Welcome. I hope you enjoyed the video last night of the healing, 1 hour and 20 minutes, I think it was. I hope it made a difference in your life. I hope you're feeling better. If not, go over. Just take an hour and 20 minutes off your life and just take it off. Have some time off and just sit down and listen and close your eyes, and you'll be surprised the energy within that video does come through and does help. Anyway, guys, this video is observation time. It's truth bomb time. Oh God, not again. Jane, come on. Oh, this should be good. Have you got the popcorn? Great, sit down. Come on, listen to him. Oh, the daft bugger. What's he going to say today? He's such a daft bugger, but we love him. Yeah. Oh, I'm reading my coffee. It says, you've all been duped. Oh, it says you've all been hoodwinked. It says you're all taking an experiment poison that, hang on a minute, looks like killed loads of ferrets. It says don't do it. Jane, what's wrong with him? There's something wrong. Maybe we should call a doctor. More like a psychiatrist. Listen, guys, today we talk about something fascinating, and it's really, we try and make light of all what's going on, but it is actually very sinister. How do you create a world of obedient slaves, nil and void of common sense? I'm going to share a story with you now that may help you understand how the world works and how easy it is to manipulate the world. So very easy. The story goes there was a young man who got bitten by a dog, and he ran home to his dad, and his dad said the same thing happened to me when I was a child. And both of them sat and talked about how they wished that there was no such thing as dogs in this world, because dogs are evil. Dogs are fit for nothing. They should be exterminated. There should never be a dog in the world. In a different part of the world, the same thing happened to a father's daughter. She was bit by a dog in the arm very badly. He was so angry. He wanted that dog to be put down, which it was, but still hated dogs. His daughter grew up hating dogs because the father was always saying to the daughter that dogs are evil and they shouldn't be here. A group of these men around the world went through very similar situations as children. Their father's father had been bitten by a dog, and like anything in life, things happen. But one day these gentlemen came together and sat in a circle and discussed their life and what had happened to them, and they found that they all had something in common. They hated dogs. They wanted to terminate dogs. They didn't believe that they should be in this world, that they cause great pain and suffering and then good for nothing. They all wished that they could find a way to terminate the dogs, or at least imprison them so they could never be on the streets, and that would satisfy them and make them feel better, because they believed that the world should be free of dogs. They sat and they pondered on the idea for many years, and they came up with a great solution, a great idea, a great plan. This plan was to scare the living daylights out of every single human being in the world. So they created what is called a false flag. They created a scenario, a situation, and on that scenario and situation they would write it down, and they would do some videos falsifying certain things, and they showed a girl in pain screaming, and they added on the videos very clever techniques to show that she was foaming from the mouth. They also found some other old footage of other boys foaming from the mouth and screaming. They took all of that footage and created something, and they put it out into the community with leaflets saying that there are dogs now with rabies causing great harm to people all over the world, and the rabies is spreading everywhere. People started to get very nervous and panicking. they started to see all these leaflets of children being bitten and some children dying, which they'd created on these leaflets. The creation of this caused great worry to people who didn't have dogs, who were also now feeling that it's important that dogs, all of them, shouldn't be out. So the government and the people decided to make every single dog owner put their dog inside, and they weren't allowed out. Even though they were fit and healthy, it didn't matter. There was a chance that they could have rabies and they could bite and kill people. So all dogs were then put inside, never to be outside ever again. People were worried and panicking. Dog lovers decided to take their dogs and put them to sleep out of fear that their dog could have rabies, and they didn't want to have their children bitten by the dog that they loved and knew was healthy. But the fact being that these leaflets had made them believe wholeheartedly that there was a chance that the dog could have rabies, and if there is a 1% chance of the dog having rabies, then it is better to kill that dog and put it to sleep than to get bitten by the dog. A few years later, these people came together and they were extremely happy with what they'd done and what they'd created. They'd successfully taken away all dogs from the streets. Most of them were killed, put to sleep because of fear. I tell you this story because it's an analogy. It is an analogy of what's exactly happening to this day. I'll just leave that with you today. Food for thought. Ponder on that, if you will. And tell me what you think. Is it that easy to scare the world population with a possibility of something harming you or your family? Has that not just happened? Are we not putting ourselves to sleep? The yellow paper is proof. It is online. All you need to do is go to UK government website and type in yellow paper, and you'll see how many people have put themselves to sleep and damaged themselves permanently. I wish you well. Have a great day, guys. Maybe if I can help one person from holding back, then I've done my work today. Take care.